unusual and difficult physical feat, or an act requiring a special skill performed for artistic purposes, usually on television, theater, or cinema. Stunts are a feature of many action films. Before computer-generated imagery special effects, these effects were limited to the use of models, false perspective, and other in-camera effects, unless the creator could find someone willing to jump from car to car, or hang from the edge of a skyscraper. That's a stunt performer or stunt double. We have several types of stunt effects. We have the practical effect. One of the most common, frequently used practical stunts is stage combat. Although contact is normally avoided, many elements of stage combat, such as sword fighting, martial arts, and acrobatics, require contact between performers in order to facilitate the creation of a particular effect, such as noise or physical interaction. Stunt performances are highly choreographed and may be rigorously rehearsed for hours, days, and sometimes weeks before a performance. Seasoned professionals will treat a performer as if they have never done it before, since the risks in stunt work are very high. Every move and position must be correct to reduce risk of injury from accidents. Examples of practical effects include tripping and falling down, high jumps, extreme sporting move, acrobatics, and high diving spins, suicide backflips, and other martial arts stunts. We also have another type of stunt called the mechanical effect. A physical stunt is usually performed with help of mechanics. For example, if the plot requires the hero to jump to a high place, the film crew could put the actor in a special harness and use aircraft high-tension wire to pull him up. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, the film shot in 2000, is a kung fu film that was heavily reliant on wire stunts. We also have vehicular stunts. In vehicular stunts, performers of vehicular stunts require extensive training and may employ specially adapted vehicles. Stunts can be as simple as the handbrake turn, also known as the bootleg turn, or as advanced as car chases, jumps, and crashes involving dozens of vehicles. Remy Julien is a well-known pioneering automotive stunt performer and coordinator. Another well-known vehicular stunt specialist is Englishman Ian Walton, who was the helicopter stunt pilot and stunt designer for many 1980s films, notably the Bond film Never Say Never Again. Street bike stunts, also known as stunting, gained widespread popularity in the early 2000s and continues to grow. It is based on wheelies, but now it goes much further than that. We have computer-generated effects. In the late 20th century, stuntmen were placed in dangerous situations less and less as filmmakers turned to relatively inexpensive and much safer computer graphics effects using a lot of blue or green screen, NFTs, and a huge array of other devices and digital effects. The Matrix in 1999 is an example of a film that extensively enhanced real stunts through computer-generated imagery called CGI after post-production. The Lord of the Rings film series and the Star Wars prequel films often display stunts that are entirely computer-generated. Alright, a backlash against danger stunts following the fatal 42-foot backward fall of Sonia Davis off a building on the set of a vampire in Brooklyn, coinciding with developments in computer-generated imagery that make such stunts unnecessary, threatening to reduce stunt performers to the status of body doubles. I'll just stop there. This is the Backstage Story show on BackstageStory.tv in association and in collaboration with other media partners, Nollywood Broadcasting Service in France, Nollywood Spotlight in USA, and I have Shoki Shombolo and Ojutole in Nigeria. I am Demola Sanyaolu. Don't go anywhere. This episode is going to be informative and you will learn quite a lot. I have a special guest with me. I'll be talking stunts and he'll be sharing his experience. Don't go anywhere. This is Backstage Story Show. I'll be right back after this short break.
market builder, an actress, and producer. I am on the Backstage Story show with Demola on Nollywood Radio France.
Hello fans, it's your girl Mahida. My real name's Caroline Sam. What's up? I'm on the Backstage show with Demola on Nollywood Radio France.
I am Zach Oji, an actor, filmmaker, and media consultant from Nigeria. And I'm on the Backstage Story show with Demola on Nollywood Radio France.
Olu Jacobs. I am on the Backstage Story show with Demola on Nollywood Radio France.
My name is Yinka Lawansin, aka Lamborghini, and aka Mr. Loverman. And right now I am live at the Backstage Story show with Demola on the Nollywood Radio France.
My name is Tunde Kelani TK. Right now I'm on the Backstage Story show with Demola on Nollywood Radio France.
I'm a makeup artist and a unique beat maker. I'm on Backstage Story show with Demola Sanyaolu on Nollywood Radio France.
I am Tony Harifayon, also known as Arifik. I'm on the Backstage Story show with Demola on Nollywood Radio France.
Atugbe tutunwolu Atugbede. Yo, it's your boy live in the building, SOJ. Here with Demola on Backstage Story show on Nollywood Radio France.
My name is Temitayo Adeneye, also known as Shakira. I'm on the Backstage Story show with Demola on Nollywood Radio France.
My name is Remy Adebayo Shitami. I'm live with Backstage with Demola on Nollywood Radio France.
Hey, this is your homeboy Osh Michael, Mr. R&B. I'm hanging around with Demola on Backstage show on Nollywood Radio France.
Make your marriage work. Make your marriage fun. Make your marriage exciting. Enjoy endless marital bliss. Let us help you rekindle the fire of love. Join me, Antonia Smart, on Bliss Talk as we explore the secrets to endless marital bliss on Bliss Talk on the Backstage Story show on your award-winning media channel, Nollywood Radio France, on Nollywood Broadcasting Service. Bliss Talk, reigniting the flame of love. Yes, welcome back. I am Demola Sanyaolu and we are still on Backstage Story show on BackstageStory.tv in collabo with Nollywood Broadcasting Service. I have a special guest with me. We'll be talking stunts. In recent times, there was a widespread rumor that went viral on the internet about a stunt actor having issues while on set. Today we will clarify that. We'll meet the actor himself and we'll clarify that issue, and he will actually talk about what really went down. I have with me on the show today Aneka Iyoho. Aneka Iyoho is a film producer, writer, and director. He's a dynamic actor. He's a voiceover artist, and he's also an aspiring filmmaker. Yeah, I believe he's a filmmaker already. He was born Aneka Iyoho on 2nd September 1980, and he joined the movie industry in 2004. Annie Iyoho has been awarded recognition for excellence as one of the top 5% entrepreneurs in 2015 and was nominated for the Best Supporting Actor at the AMA Award for his performance as Shino in Portmanteau 2014. Possessing further appreciable set of skills to complement his talent in acting. Annie is a black belt in karate, so do not try him. He's a karate black belt. He sings, he swims, and has the ability to do his own stunts and mimic accents. He's an embodiment of talent. Annie, good day to you. Yeah. Nice to have you on the show today.
That's good. The Ghanaian production, Boston. But I am actually a Nigerian.
Oh, yeah?
I have produced a short movie in Nigeria
and I work mostly in Nigeria. I am Nigerian.
All right. And Iyoho has corrected that. So he is Nigerian. I did a little bit of background check, and that was
I understand that.
some of the new information we have about you. So you need to correct.
I know. It's crazy. It's all out there. I've tried to correct some impressions, but however, it's not going as viral as the tragic, the alleged things that happened to me while on the set of Behind the Wheel.
All right.
So I guess
before we go into that, Annie, you need to let the listening audience know exactly. You corrected a part of, but you need to give us a brief introduction of yourself. It's our normal protocol. Who exactly is Annie Iyoho? Yes, Annika Iyoho.
Annie would like to consider himself a regular guy. But Annie is an actor, a stuntman, and he's a gentleman also. He's looking forward to becoming a filmmaker someday. That's what he's aspiring to be. He's worked on lots of top productions in Nigeria and in Ghana. Just expired production in Ghana. He did the movie there for Toronto, where I was nominated for the Best Supporting Actor in a movie at the AMA Award. Then in Nigeria, I've been on Lucky Wives. That was the top program. That went pretty far, and lots of others.
All right. Now, Annie, let's start from the start. Your growing up years. Was there anything you were doing while you were younger that pointed to the fact that you were going to become an actor, or was there anything that in your youthful years that inspired you to become an actor and a stuntman?
Well, when I was very young, while I was 6 years old, my family moved from Lagos back to our state, Akwa Ibom, and I joined the choir at the time. I actually joined the main choir, not the children's choir, the main choir at that time, and also the drama group. And I sort of envied every time I turned on the TV, NTA or other channels. I'd see young people doing, young kids basically, my age at that time, doing stuff on Tales by Moonlight or something, and I'd envy them so much, And people had already always told me that I was born for entertainment. I was either born for entertainment or born to be a pastor. I prefer the way of entertainment. Actually, I consider myself a minister. Like if you have conversations with me, I'm always tilting towards the spiritual kind of talk, because it's they say train up a child in the way that he should grow. When he's old, he will never depart from it. I'm a result of that. I was trained as a Christian. So if you talk to me, there's always some motivational or inspirational kind of talk, because that's really, that's who I am. But yes, from when I was young, I joined the choir and the drama group, they always knew I was either going to be a musician or an actor.
All right.
And
okay.
And then coming over to Lagos in the year 2004, I had an opportunity to meet with a renowned actor, Jamaica, and he informed me on how I can go about joining the industry. So I registered with AGN that year, and my career picked up that year.
All right.
All
right. Correctly so, you started the movie. You ventured into the movie arena in 2004. Now, comparing then 2004 and now, what would you say your adventure and metamorphosis has been like?
I've always wanted to improve myself. Yeah. So every time I got criticism at my early times in the industry, every time I got criticism, I'm a good listener. I listen and I learn. I never considered any criticism too harsh. I always found something. There's always that gray lining. Even in a dark criticism, there was always that gray lining for me. And I'll take it and I'll work on myself on it. To give you an example, one of the movies I did, Golden Jewel, which was actually my first epic movie that I did. I think that was in 2005. The director strongly rebuked me for a continuity error that I made. And till today, in fact, I spoke to him like 2 days ago, I'm still I keep thanking him and appreciating him for embarrassing me the way he did that day, because after that day, I now consider myself the king of continuity. I mean, I get directors and editors calling me to say, man, you're the best they've ever worked with when it comes to continuity. So I'm that kind of person, always eager to learn something new. But it took my career to 2010 for it to actually pick up when the director for Echoes at the time, Dixon Japasu, called me to play a role, gave me a lead character in the movie, in the series rather, and that's when I really believe my career picked up. I mean, people started to recognize me a little bit since then, and not up to last week when. But I don't know how it happened. I really don't know how it happened. I just did one stunt. It's not my first time doing a stunt in a movie, but I did this one. I think the catch was that nobody believed Nollywood could achieve that as a movie, so they assumed it had to have really happened.
All right, we'll get into that shortly. Now, let's talk about what you have seen in Nollywood when you started in 2014 and in 2004 and now. Would you say, in your own vivid and candid opinion, would you say Nollywood is becoming very enviable? Would you say the development has been positively meaningful so far from 2004 during your adventure up till now? Would you say the development has been quite meaningful?
Of course. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole younger generation of younger filmmakers coming in who are a little bit more aggressive, wanting to push the boundaries, and it's actually showing. It's actually showing in our recent movie. Our recent movie are getting more international appeal. I mean, we have people like Kunya Fulayo, we have people like Eric Ahinian, and a host of others, Mia Kimolayo, and the director of this particular project, Behind the Wall. We have all of them coming in and doing really, really, really great things. So yes, Nollywood is improving, and the more time one person pushes a boundary, the more others want to push that boundary. You know, want to push that boundary, want to get a movie to the same level to compete with Hollywood movies. Because we actually have the ability to. We have the ability to. We're very creative people. Africa are extremely creative people. But I think we have a little, I don't know, limitation mentality. For some reason we try and hold ourselves back and like, no, don't do that. Don't go too far. You know, let's pull back. Let's play safe. You know, and I think that's what the world really expecting for us. We're playing safe movies, but those going way beyond that. The movie has improved. Everything about Nollywood has definitely improved.
All right. You are known to do your own stunts. Were there movies that you've done your stunts, and can you just give us a brief insight into some of those movies?
So my first movie where I had to do a stunt was in 2007. That was Chase. It was done by Moses Inwan, directed by Moses Inwan. I had to. I was supposed to escape through the back of a building, but the back of the building was on top floor. So he now asked me if I'm willing to jump down from the story building down, and I was like, yeah, sure. And that was it. That was actually the first stunt I did. I jumped from the story building down to the ground, and again, also in Rapnik, I was called in to do some martial arts choreography in the movie, and I also did that as well.
Okay. What inspired you to? Is it part of the Nollywood scenarios that inspired you to get to the level of a black belt in karate, or you just needed to have something like that to defend yourself when you had issues?
You have to know the truth. The truth is, I became a martial artist for my sister. There was this guy who eventually became a friend, but according to her, was initially disturbing her in university. And she was telling me the story. I was getting vexed, like, man, where is he? Let me see. Then she now added, but the guy's a third dan, that's a third level black belt in karate. And I was like, uh-oh. So I was like, what if I'm put in a situation where I have to defend my wife, the ladies around me, my sisters, my cousins. What am I going to do? Because if it's me alone, I don't have to defend myself. I'm a pretty good runner. I will take off. Take off of any danger coming. But because I consider that I would need to defend some people at some time, that's why I decided to go into martial arts, into karate. That's how I started. Before I added some other arts like taekwondo and kung fu. So that was actually my inspiration to become a martial artist, just to be able to protect the ladies particular around me. Because I'm expecting the guys to, man, if you are a boss, everybody should join hands. Everybody should join hands and rock and fight for themselves. I'll take off. I like to take off for peace.
All right.
That was it.
Yeah, you're still tuned to the Backstage Story show on Backstage Story, the TV, in collaboration with Nollywood Broadcasting Service in France. I have been speaking with Iyoho. Iyoho is a Nigerian film producer, is a writer, is a director, and is a black belter. Be careful when you go near him. If you have to do anything, just be careful. He has to acquire the skill to defend his sister, and he had in mind I would be needing to defend others. Don't go anywhere. We'll continue shortly.
I am Adetokunbo Adeyinka Azubike, an actor, filmmaker, producer, also the chairman Association of Movie Producer, Plateau State Chapter. I am on the Backstage Story show with Demola Sanyaolu on Nollywood Broadcasting Service.
Hello people, it's your boy Lucky Now, writer, producer, actor, compare brand consultant. I am chilling and hanging out with my host Demola on the Backstage Story show on Nollywood Broadcasting Service. Keep listening.
I am Saint Livingstone Ekane, director, producer, actor, screenwriter, and I am on the Backstage Story show with Demola on Nollywood Broadcasting Service.
I am John Paul Oshoke Omoru, producer, director, and a media consultant. I'm live on the Backstage Story show with Demola on Nollywood Broadcasting Service.
I am Franklin Okoro, film producer, National Public Relations Officer of Association of Movie Producers Nigeria. I am on the Backstage Story show with Demola on Nollywood Radio France.
I am Chijoki Alfonso Singobiri, cinematographer, musical video director and editor, also the CEO of CJ Films. I'm on the Backstage Story show with Demola on Nollywood Broadcasting Service.
For authentic, verified news and information, for all-round entertainment, exclusive interviews and dramas, for a rich multilingual radio broadcast in English, French and Yoruba, local and global coverage of your events for diaspora audience.
www.nollywoodbroadcastingservice.com.
Cyprian Joseph takes you on a fun-filled adventure on the Cyprian Joseph Show.
www.nollywoodbroadcastingservice.com. Rebecca Moyer takes you on a trip of gist and gossip on the Nollywood Spotlight Show.
www.nollywoodbroadcastingservice.com. Nature's Elixir explores natural remedies to all ailments with Toyin Arifayon.
The Backstage Story show with Demola Sanyaolu is packed with fun and excitement.
Also join Margaret Olufunke Aderinyoye on Yoruba Dunso, the Yoruba segment of Nollywood Broadcasting Service.
It doesn't end there. The building stays is in its eating. Mobile friendly. Takes us with you anywhere.
Yes, mobile friendly on Androids, tabs, PCs and other mobile devices. Simply connect from any corner of the globe on www.nollywoodbroadcastingservice.com.
Entertaining you is our main objective, and we are committed to doing just that.
www.nollywoodbroadcastingservice.com. All round Nollywood, round the world.
Welcome back. I am still Demola Sanyaolu and Iyoho is still here. Annie, let's talk about the stunt that was presumed to have gone wrong. On that set,
okay.
What movie was it and what really happened during that shooting?
So the movie is titled Behind the Wheel. It's directed by Stanley Differen and co-produced by Kelechi. Produced by Kelechi Bigbe, also produced by Ujo Azuki. The director, after reading the script, when he called me in. I really wasn't choosing an initial cast for that movie. I wasn't the original cast, but I was just at the right place at the right time, basically. So that's why I know God is really into the detail. He looked at the script and said that he would really like if after an explosion that occurred that they saw me burning. And he would like that very much. So he asked a special effects makeup artist, Dorothea Kofi, if she was able to achieve that. And she said yes. She said, "You sure you can set Annie on fire and he will not burn?" And she said yes. So he told me, "Annie, there you go. You're going to be set on fire." I was pretty excited about it because I know it's never been done in Nigeria, probably in Africa. I know it's never been done. So I was excited about it. I always like challenging roles, something new, something different from the regular drama we're used to doing. And before we eventually did the scene, there was a lot of preparation went into the scene. As a matter of fact, we finished shooting most of the movie in February and March. But this fire scene, we have to keep it to last month to be able to achieve it. Because the makeup artist was in contact with people in Hollywood, people who make a particular anti-fire gel to protect their own stuntmen when they do it. You have to be in contact with them, the month, the searching on it, and a couple of other gel makeup she met that weren't pretty genuine. Eventually found the right people. We ordered the product over. She tested the product first on herself before she decided to try it out on me. Okay. Yeah. Then she found out that it worked. She now tested it on me. So we've done like 2 tests before that day. The preparations were crazy. The director wanted to make sure I'll be able to hold my breath under pressure, made me do push-ups, made me do all sorts of push-ups. And when I come out trying to gasp the air, to get the other guys to get the crew to call me and punch me and hit me and pull and tug on me, just to time my breathing. Just to time my breathing. Because you know that fire burns with oxygen. So we're under the impression that if I breathe at the time the fire was burning, I could take in some fire, So we went through all that. On the set, the production made sure that there were 5 fire extinguishers, that we had the fire service department there, we had the police to help control the road safety available. As a matter of fact, the military, they actually contacted some military personnel to protect the actors on and off set during that period. So to be honest, I think I had a 200% guarantee that nothing was going to go wrong. Nothing was going to go wonderful. I was going to be perfect at the end of it before I even signed the release contract to the production. As in, everything was in place. So everything was in place to make it a perfect shoot. And eventually, that's what happened. It turned out to be a perfect shoot.
That's awesome. Now, the video that went viral, what was the source? Because at some point, trying to reach Kelechi and other people was difficult, and trying to reach was also difficult. So that the video that went viral showed that there was the fire extinguisher wasn't working or something went wrong. What actually happened during that period?
Okay. Now I was on fire at the time. There was a lot of, at that point, there's really not, I don't know if I'll be the best person to really say exactly what happened. Okay. But we did have 5 fire extinguishers. In fact, from the video that went viral, you would see at least 2 on ground at the time. Okay. Because I noticed, I checked the video again, there was one on the floor, and one person holding. So as I ran with the fire all over me, that person followed, and that person picked up the one that was on the floor and stayed. Okay. Yeah, we had other people stationed. What happened is, movie making is more of a, it's magical in the sense that you don't see what you're not showing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Everybody didn't see the crew behind. Everybody didn't see the other guys with the fire extinguishers. If in a situation, because I also heard the distance as when they were something fire extinguisher and someone said it's not working or something like that. If that happened, I really wasn't a problem. There are other videos now on YouTube that showed them using using a fire extinguisher on me. All those extinguishers were tested before the shoot and on the day of the shoot. Every single one of them. I had an anti-fire suit that I wore inside my costume. That fire suit, it was not an anti-fire suit, it was still soaked in the gel, just to make sure that all goes well. How that video went viral, I don't know. They were all very excited about making the shoot. I do know, I think at one point the director put up a poster with the video and the pictures and the red burnt pictures, which are actually just a part of the scene. He put them up on his Facebook, and from there on, I have no idea. We've heard different stories. That someone sent emails to the media saying that the production is trying to hide the fire, hide the fact that they burned someone on set, and story. But the problem with that post, and why I think it was not right for people to have actually brought into it, I understand, it's very easy. It's very easy. We have so much faith in the media. We expect to always hear, real news. But there were no names of witnesses, no names of a hospital, no name of a hospital location. Very vague information was given. Yeah. And it's very unfortunate that the public got into it.
All right.
To prove that we Nollywood, we can achieve them.
Okay.
This is the support Nollywood.
This is still the Backstage Story show. I have been speaking with Annie Iyoho. Annie Iyoho is telling us nothing went wrong. But Annie, as the film producer, don't you think that same scenario could have been done with computer imagery? Was it possible to have created an effect that would look similar instead of taking that kind of risk?
In Paul Christian a movie I worked on, we used computer generation to produce a car explosion. Okay. It didn't look so good. As a matter of fact, people thought the movie was great, but lots of people criticized that part. It's achievable. However, it is expensive to do, and it's usually very obvious. What people do is they set a roof. If they want to go and make a house look like it's on fire, they set where they put a wooden structure up to look like the house. Okay. Set part of it on fire, and then add imaging VFX to make the fire look like an inferno. Now because of real fire, and then there's that imaging, you really can't tell that it isn't real. Okay. There always has to be like an element of reality on it before the video graphics looks really good. Even with blood splatter, you gotta have some blood on the person, and then you add more to VFX, it'll look good than just doing it. Now I repeat. I took no risk. I took less risk than anybody who dives into a pool to swim. I'm telling you, there was absolutely no risk. That's why I say the percentage was 200% safety. I was 200% sure. 100% had to go off it first, and then some before I would have been a little bit insecure. As in, I was totally safe. It was not a risk at all. Jumping from the story building down, that was a risk. People achieve that with rope stunts. We've seen that in the movie you mentioned, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Those are all rope stunts. People are doing stuff with rope stunts, So that was more risky. Could have broken the leg, Could have broken the leg, but they already knew that I was a martial artist, and I was pretty fit. In fact, during the audition, we accepted that too. So the director was positive that I was able to achieve anything he asked me to do, any physical thing. But this fire stunt is the safest fire stunt I've done. But I don't even know what I should really call it a stunt. To be honest, it's the safest I've ever had to do. Word.
All right, you are listening to the voice of Annie Iyoho. Now, Annie, let me ask you this. There are a lot of people that see you as a role model. There are a lot of people that see you as a role model that read your life like a book, and you are like a teacher to them in absentia. What do you have to tell your students, your invisible students, as I will put it? What do you have to tell them about becoming an actor, a very good actor?
improve on yourself. Have no limitations. Be ready for whatever. And just do it. When they say you can, want to do it. As long as you believe you can do it, you can do it. That's the truth.
Okay, as long as you believe you can do it, you can do it.
As long as you believe you can do it, you can do it. You see that? You know when the Bible says that we are God.
Yeah.
He knew God knew what he was saying there. We are God. We have potential that the world has blinded us to. We have so much more potential than we really know of ourselves. But if we ever look at ourselves like we are God, we are little God. We have the same creative ability that our Father in heaven who made the earth has. Then I guess you can get that mindset. Then we'll start to tap into our potential. So if we believe we can do it, like God said, let there be light, and there was light. He believed he could do it, so there was light. We have that potential to achieve whatever we believe, as long as we believe it.
All right. I think you are now exploring the ministerial part of you now.
I already told you. I'm sorry. I already told you. I'm that kind of person. There's always something inspirational or motivational speech. My bad.
Yeah. Anyway, we need to know that we are demigods. We are gods. We are.
Yes, sir. It's a fact. It's a fact. It's not blasphemy. It's a fact.
Yes, it's a fact. All right. This is still the Backstage Story Show. I've been speaking with Iyoho. Iyoho is a film producer. He's a Nigerian film producer. He has corrected that anomaly. He's a writer. He's a director. He is also a stunt actor, and he got a award in 2015. Let's talk about your award, the AMA Award, Portmanteau.
Okay.
That was your first award, isn't it?
That was my first nomination. I did not win. I didn't win. It's South African production ticket, but I was nominated for it, and yeah.
Okay. You don't gotten any award during your process so far?
No, sir, I have not. No major awards. I mean, not for my performances in the movies. No, I've not gotten any yet. I've got a lot of recognition. I've gotten my name submitted a couple of times by productions like Lucky Wise. She submitted me like for almost every season apart from season 3. So I've got a lot of submissions for nominations, but Portmanteau, the movie I shot in Ghana in 2013, was the first one I was actually recognized and got nominated.
For an awesome entertainment and adventure.
Education erases ignorance.
Information is power. Always log on www.backstagestory.tv.
Get movie auditions.
Watch and listen to exclusive interviews and movies.
Get useful tips on health and other issues.
I am Patience Idoku.
I am Precious Iwuchukwu.
I am Millicent Aguya in Lagos, Nigeria.
And I am Demola Sanyaolu. Together, we will give you a memorable and wholesome experience to keep you coming back. In collaboration with other global media brands,
Nollywood Broadcasting Service, France.
Nollywood Spotlight, USA.
Soulful Mind Media, USA.
Ojutole and Shoki Shombolo online magazines.
We will take you around the world in a matter of seconds. www.backstagestory.tv.
Entertainment,
education,
information.
Always log on to www.backstagestory.tv.
Alright, now Annie, before we go on a final note, what message do you have for your fans? You have a lot of people that, a lot of people came on Facebook and they say, oh, we thank God you're alive, oh, I thank God nothing happened to you, and before we go into that, actually, I remember that, what do you think the producer and director on set should do when issues like this happen? It was a long time before the response came for people to allay the fears of a lot of fans. What do you think should have been done in issues like this? What, from your own point of view?
Okay. The honest thing, I thought 3 days because this issue busted out on the 27th, and we had this press conference on the 30th. I thought 3 days was as close as we could make it. As a matter of fact, we wanted to make it even sooner, organizing a press conference because I think it was important. You know, every time I spoke to one person, and it's still happening to now. You speak to one person, and by the time they write it out, it's almost a different thing to what you said. They said Iyoho is apologizing for publicity stuff. I'm not apologizing for publicity stuff. I didn't do any. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So every time I say something to an individual, it comes out wrong. So the production thought it was important that we did it together, and just as it came out straight to the public, we do it together in a forum where it is the public straight. You have all the press people as possible available, and then tell them all at once. So anybody who goes and misinterprets that is on his own, you know. So but initially we had hoped to use a particular venue for it, but that venue turned us down. So we had to look for another venue, which is also what cost to the 3-day delay for it. And on that during the press conference, someone said that maybe we should have made a press release. Yeah, I guess probably that would have been a good way to go about it.
All right.
I mean, now we know. We learn as we go. So yeah, I think it's an initial press release or something for the press conference.
Now you know, this is the Backstage Story show live with Iyoho. He is not apologizing for any publicity stunt. Annie actually did a stunt, and it was not. There was no error. It was. He even said it wasn't a stunt because of the very few minutes, and that was the end. So Iyoho saying it live. We are not editing this. Iyoho has confirmed that he's not.
Yes.
He didn't do any publicity stunt. Yes. This is the Backstage Story show. And other media partners will also transmit this on Nollywood Broadcasting Service in France, Nollywood Spotlight in Texas, US, and I have my media friends in Nigeria, Shofi Shombolo and Ojutole Blog. They will take this live. We are on the Backstage Story show. Don't go anywhere. Annie's still with me. We will sign off after this short music break. Welcome back. Iyoho, your message for your fans, your teeming fans. What's your message for them?
They humbled me. I was totally humbled by their expression of love and support for me during this period. Even when I came back to explain, in as much as some of them, and I don't blame them, some of them don't believe what I said and have attacked me online. But so many others who didn't even know what I did or what I do for a living still show a lot of compassion and faith. My faith has been restored totally in humanity. I'm grateful to my fans. They mean the world to me, and I will do my best to always make them proud. Always make them proud.
All right.
I love them so much.
Annie loves you so much. He will do his best to make you proud, and he has not done anything actually wrong. He's not apologizing for anything. He actually went on set and he did the right thing, and it came out fine. And it came out successful. Annie, I wish you the best of luck in all your
Thank you very much.
This is the Backstage Story show. I am Demola Sanyaolu, and until I meet you again, remember that you can listen live and watch all our interviews on www.backstagestory.tv. You can also hook up with NollywoodBroadcastingService.com and Nollywood Spotlight, NollywoodSpotlight.com. I am Demola Sanyaolu. Until I meet you again on another exciting episode, I say do well, keep well, and stay atop your game. Bye for now.